Everything begins with an idea. Thinking is easy, acting is difficult. Big thinking precedes great achievement. Our thoughts create our reality. You are what you think about all day long. The mind is a wonderful servant but a terrible master. Believe you can and you are halfway there. Think before you speak. Read before you think. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. Thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge. Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Thinking is easy, acting is difficult, and to put one's thoughts into action is the most difficult thing in the world. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. The most important thing is to think for yourself and not to let anyone else dictate your thoughts. If you keep thinking about what you want to do or what you hope will happen, you don't do it and it won't happen. Thinking, true thinking, is brutally difficult and time-consuming. If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you are right. The person who can change his or her thinking can change the world. Thinking is the scourge of the profession. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Put your thoughts to sleep. Do not let them cast a shadow over the moon of your heart. Let go of thinking. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably why so few engage in it. If you can't sleep, then get up and do something instead of lying there and worrying. It's the worry that gets you, not the loss of sleep. Be careful not to appear obsessively intellectual. When intelligence fills up, it overflows a parody. Thinking is the talking of the soul with itself. What you think, you become. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. Thinking is the beginning of all creation. Change your thoughts and you change your world. Thinking is a form of prayer. The more we think, the more we learn. Thoughts become things. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. The power of positive thinking is not a gimmick, it is a way of life. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Cherish your visions and your dreams as they are the children of your soul, the blueprints of your ultimate achievements. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. The more a man thinketh, the better adapted he is for any profession. The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. What we think, we become. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. Think of all the beauty still left around you and be happy. Thinking should become your capital asset, no matter whatever ups and downs you come across in your life. You can't change how you feel until you change how you think. Thinking is the highest occupation. Our job is not to figure out the how. The how will show up out of the commitment and belief in the what. You become what you think about. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. Sometimes, you overthink things so much that you ruin something before it even begins, then you beat yourself up, replaying everything to your friends and in your mind. Thinking is more interesting than knowing, but less interesting than looking. You are today where your thoughts have brought you, you will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. Don't think. It complicates things. Just feel, and if it feels like home, then follow its path. Thinking is the only way to live. All thoughts are creations. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason why so few engage in it. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. All great achievements begin with an idea. To think is easy. To act is hard. But the hardest thing in the world is to act in accordance with your thinking. You can think positively or negatively, but what is true is that you will always think yourself into better or worse situations.